take a little longer. It all goes by so slowly. Ooh, you waited your whole life. Your days turn into nights. Now let the river flow deep into the ocean. All the time you are moving with emotion. Let the river flow. Can you hear it whisper? It goes by so slow, like a solitary drifter. How dare you run a little faster? One step, you are on your way now. Embrace all your weakness. Therein lies the secret. The war's never gonna break out.
Hello everyone. Hello my lovies. And a happy Tuesday. I hope you're all doing well this journaling emotional Tuesday. Today, we are going to do something fun and we're going to talk about those big feels and how to talk about them. And then next Tuesday, we will be talking about 7 health benefits of journaling and how to make it an effective habit and some more fun stuff. Hello Paula, how are you? Good to see you. All right, everyone. Now let me turn the music down just a hair. Now, in the book, I have last week's, and of course, we talked about this as we journaled it. Still here and still strong. God is good, and you are stronger than you think. And this was representing how I felt about my broken ribs and my broken arm and the recovery. And cherish every moment, love every moment, and embrace every possibility. And pretty soon we are going to get started. And I have my little journals right here, if you guys remember. If you don't or you missed last week, go back and check it out and find out why I have the journals sitting here, the mini journals. Check last week's Tuesday video out. And if you are new to my channel or you're here visiting, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right down there on the right. And give me a big like, everyone. Takes 2 seconds. Please, 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 just hit that like button. I would appreciate it. And we'll give others a couple minutes to get in and see that I am live. Now, if you guys would like, I have a couple of papers here. I have mood words, and I also have a list of emotions right here. Confusion, sad, strong, happy, anger, and energized. If you would like a copy of these, email me at tzgames@gmail.com. And I will be glad to send you a copy of our mood words and our list of emotions. All right, let me get a drink here. All right, we're gonna get started here really soon. Good. I'm glad to hear that you're doing good, Paula. right, here we go. Big feels and how to talk about them. Paula, please let me know if you can hear me. Is the music too loud? Should I tone it down a little bit? Let me know in the comments. Don't ever doubt yourself, Paula. You're a moderator. You know what to do. That isn't very positive, is it? Somebody put all those you know what emojis? No, that's not a positive. But do I? Okay, I'll turn it down even more. There we go. I'm going to turn the music down so it's light in the background. And then I don't feel like I'm shouting to tell you guys things. Okay, big feels and how to talk about them. And my notes were written by Crystal Rapol, and it was medically reviewed by Marnie A. White, a psychologist. So, keep that in mind, guys, when I'm going over these notes. Here's a question I'm going to start out for y'all. How many of you find it uncomfortable to talk about your feelings? How many of you find it uncomfortable to talk about your feelings? And here are some reasons why some people are afraid to talk about their feelings. Repercussions. Number 2, a blow up. Number 3, hate. Number 4, gossip. And number 5, alienation. All those are pretty scary words, aren't they? But you shouldn't have to worry about those because family and true friends will be glad to hear your emotions without the fear of any repercussions. And so today, the words that I'm going to talk about are enjoyment, sadness, fear, anger, disgust, and putting it all together. We definitely want to put it all together. Now, it does take some practice to talk about your emotions, guys. Really, it does. But emotions are an essential part of who we are. They just are. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, honey. Emotions are an essential part of who we are. But I'll admit, emotions can be messy, isn't that right? They can be messy. And complicated, confusing. Only at times they can be confusing. So, knowing how to name your emotions, talk about them, and write them in your journal with both yourself and others. And that is the key part to developing good emotional health and writing and keeping track in your emotional journal. And you can use pictures, you can have words, you can write in your emo journal. It doesn't have to be all pictures. So any way that you want to release your emotions, you will put them in your journal the way that benefits you. So, keep in mind, guys. Good. I'm glad to hear that, Paula. Good. See, yes, you have to learn to express your emotions. And the good thing about it, guys, is you don't have to navigate the process of identifying your emotions all by your little lonely. You are never alone. Paul Ekman, who is a psychologist, and he is a leading researcher on emotions. He surveyed more than 100 scientists and used their input to develop what is known as the Atlas of Emotions. How awesome is that? You can look that up in your own time if you choose. And so, let's break down some of the emotions into 5 main categories. Anger, number 1. And if you have your pen and paper, write it down, or you can always refer back to this video, guys. Number 1, anger. Number 2, fear. Number 3, sadness. Number 4, disgust. And number 5, enjoyment. And so, but guys, keep in mind, sometimes I had someone bring it up to my attention that I sound like I'm reading. Of course I'm reading, because I can't possibly remember all my notes, so I have to read from my notes in order to effective and make sure I'm telling it correct while I'm helping you guys with your emotional journal. So please forgive if I do sound like I'm reading sometimes. So, keeping in mind that this is just one of the ways to categorize emotions. So, we are going to start out with our number one. Number 1, enjoyment. And you, like I said, guys, you can take notes or you can come back to the video. All people, everybody likes to feel happy, calm, good, and you might express, excuse me, you might express these feelings by smiling, laughing, indulging yourself, and you might even feel enjoyment when you feel close and connected to people you care about. Doesn't that give you a feeling of enjoyment and camaraderie? You feel safe and secure. You're doing something that triggers sensory pleasure. You're absorbed in an activity. And you feel relaxed and at peace. Now, how to talk about it? Some words you can use to describe different kinds of enjoyment include the following: happiness, love, relief, contentment, amusement, joy, pride, excitement, and peace. Aren't those all? Oh, and don't forget the last one, satisfaction. Are you satisfied? How awesome is that? And those are a lot of words on how to talk about enjoyment. Now, here's some of the things that some may have trouble with. If enjoyment and its related feelings that I just spoke about, guys, seem out of reach to you, take a look at how the other emotions may be getting in the way of your enjoyment, such as trouble focusing on what's happening in the present, like right now, what's going on right now that may be causing or interfering with your enjoyment. Worry, stress is a big one that interferes with your enjoyment, or a low or anxious mood. If you're feeling anxious or you're low about something, that could interfere in your enjoyment, and it will show in your journal writing. But that's okay for that, because you can look back on that and help yourself determine what it was that caused it and how to fix it. And then let's go on to number 2, and then we are going to do something fun today. Number 2. Let's talk about sadness. I know nobody likes to talk about sadness, boo-hoo. Even I don't like to be sad. To me, sadness is a negativity, but it's a needed negativity, because we all cry. We all feel sadness. Much needed. And every one of us feels sad from time to time. We do. And this emotion could relate to specific events. It could relate to a loss or rejection. But in other cases, you might not have any idea why you are feeling sad. And I hate those moments. You know you're sad and you feel sad, but you can't pinpoint it. And this is where emotional journaling comes in to help you pinpoint at that moment why you're feeling sad when you don't know. And I'm going to show you how to talk about it by describing yourself in feelings, and I will give you some words that you can talk about when you're feeling sad. Lonely, heartbroken, gloomy, disappointed, hopeless, grieving, unhappy, lost, troubled, resigned, and miserable. All those words fall into the category of sadness. And sometimes our sadness can be hard to shake. But, depending on your situation, the following tips that I'm going to talk about today may help you. So, if you have your pencil ready, get ready. Number 1, mourning is a typical part of grief. We all mourn the loss of a parent, the loss of a friend, the loss of a sibling, the loss of your partner. Whether you're trying to recover from a loss, a breakup, change, failure to reach a goal. I know a lot of us get sad when we didn't reach a goal, but it's part of the grieving for the loss of not reaching your goal. So, acknowledging your loss can help you accept and work through it. Everyone grieves in their own way. No two people grieve the same. Keep that in mind. No two people grieve the same. So do what feels right to you. It might even help you to talk about the pain you're in. But it also might help to simply sit with your feelings for a while and express them creatively. So if you're grieving or feeling sadness, or you're mourning the loss of something, picture journal it. Go through magazines, stickers, books, anything that will help you journal what you're mourning at that time, and to help you focus on how to make it better. And number 2, do something meaningful. Doing something to help others or giving back to society can help you feel more connected with other people. Like me helping you guys how to emotional journal is giving back, is helping you guys and connecting with y'all to help you to figure out your emotions, journal them, and have a better mental health. So this is part of giving back. If you recently lost someone you love, consider finishing a project they cared about. Do something they love. Do an art project they love. Something for them. Make them a card, a handmade card, and put it in your journal. And donating just that little bit of time to that person that you have supported will help your mental health. How awesome is that to know, guys? There's so much to keeping your mental health up. It's just unbelievable. All right, so let's put that aside. We will get to number 3 real soon. And I'm going to go ahead and move my little tables for the time being. Let's move the little tables so we don't knock my thimbles all over the place. And we're going to go ahead and put the book down here and bring this down. All right. Last week or the week before, I think it was, I had talked to you guys about painting your emotions. And today there's so much going on out there today, and I had gotten sick over the weekend, and so things I was feeling, and I want to show you how to put those colors in motion for an emotional picture, rather than using the stickers and the books and all that other jazz. Let me get my paint kit open. It doesn't want to open. I don't think it's taped. Oh, there we go. I didn't think it was taped. It's just a little harder to open, I guess. There we go. So I'm going to put my colors right down here so I can get to them. When you express your emotions through painting, and I think it's so much fun to do, like I said, getting sick with everything going on that I'm hearing in the world that brings negativity to me, I want to paint those emotions. And so I'm going to go ahead and put, let me get this on here, blue. Come on, come on. Hang on, guys. I gotta go get the stuff for this. I forgot I needed a... Hang on, I'll be right back. Now, because I do have happiness in between things, I am going to paint some blue in my emotional painting. Now, if you notice, I'm putting dark to light because my happiness does change. It does change. So I go from really good happiness to light happiness. So therefore, and the sky is always blue. So I definitely want to paint the happiness in my painting. And this is painting your emotions, guys. If you are just stopping in, we are now painting our emotions. And I have used light and dark blue for the happiness. And I don't want to push too hard because it is sitting on my phone. Now you can see the darkness in here, as well as the lighter happiness and heavy happiness, because we all are happy. And now, like I said, there's some crazy things going on out there in the world that affect us. And it does affect us one way or another. So, I am going to go ahead and put yellow, caution, in. Some of the news that we hear out there, we caution what we are hearing. So I am going to paint yellow, and it goes up and down. So in order to express the up and down, I am going to make it go up and down here. Heavy caution and just your basic caution. And it also causes sadness when you hear things out there that you that bother you, that is in your everyday life. So therefore, we want to put the caution in there, because we're feeling a bit cautious. I'm going to go up and down on this side too to make it even. And then our emotions, if we don't like something, something that you really don't like, it's bothering you, it's creating different emotions inside of you, and you want to express your anger. You want to express your anger. And what's a good color for anger? That's right, red. Red is a good color. We're going to express. We are definitely going to express anger in our painting. And I'm going to go ahead and put a circle, because sometimes I feel like the bad things around me and the angry people around me that cause me to feel anger surround me. So I'm going to go ahead and put a circle here for feeling surrounded. And this is a fun way to express. When you get done expressing your emotions painting, you guys tell me how you feel, because you're going to feel a lot different. And then we have people and friends in our lives that support us, guide us, be there for us. And I am going to make that a really pretty purple for those that surround me with support and guidance and love, that take the anger away. How awesome is that? And so this pretty purple represents those in my life that support me and help to relieve the anger and make it right. So I'm going to take that around the circle. And by the time you're done with your emotional painting, you will see everything in it that you talk about, that you're bringing in to your emotional painting. And I do want a couple places darker than others, so we're going to do that. And I want to make my circle dark. And when you look at the painting so far, you can see in this painting all the different happy, cautious, anger, support. That's why I use purple for support. And so I want to go ahead and make some of this darker. There we go. How beautiful is that already? And this is how you want to go ahead and paint your emotions. And you know how fun. You can hang it in your, if you collect things, you can hang them in your collection room. You can hang them in your art room. Hang it in your kitchen, your living room. Your emotional painting can hang wherever you want it. And you can see it all the time, which will help you benefit and in your mental health. All right, let me put this down here for now so we can get back, and we will come back to our emotional painting, guys. We'll come back to that. We're going to let this dry a little bit. Take it out of here. We're going to let it dry. And we're going to put this guy right back up here, because we are going to go to number 3, and then we are going to work on one of our pages. All right, so we'll put the little tables back over here. If you are coming in, I want to welcome you. Thank you for coming into my channel. And if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button right down there on the right. And give us a like, guys. Takes 2 seconds. Help us out here to grow and support. Give us a like. Thank you so much. And let's head on to number 3. And I know number 3, not everyone's favorite. No, nope, 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 it isn't. But it is that old bigaboo, fear. Fear. Now, fear does happen. I mean, fear can happen when you see a bear. Fear can happen when you can't turn off the water faucet. It breaks. You have water. It's a different kind of fear. So all of us feel some type of fear depending on the situation and the perceived threat. So fear can range from mild to very severe. That's right. So keep in mind, guys, the level of fear you feel doesn't always match with the intensity of the threat. If you live with an anxiety, and I'm giving you an example here, guys. If you live with anxiety, you might feel fear around situations that don't actually pose a threat. So you feel a little fear, but there's no threat to that fear. You're not in danger. You're not going to get hurt. But it doesn't make that fear any less real. Understand that when you are journaling, it doesn't make that fear any less real. Just because you are not threatened by something. So how can we talk about it? Fear can make you feel worried, doubtful, nervous, anxious, terrified, panicked, horrified, desperate, confused, and stressed out. So those are the vocabulary words that can make you feel from fear. And fear is a normal emotion. Don't think because you feel fear it's not normal. It is a normal emotion. And it probably is what likely kept our ancestors alive back in the day. So there are things, guys, you can do to manage this feeling. Confront your fear instead of avoiding it. Sometimes, even me, we all like to say, oh, if I just ignore it, it'll go away. Well, yeah, I wish we all could think like that and it'd be done. But don't work that way, guys. If you're afraid of something, whether it's serious discussion, meeting a new person, driving, it is natural to want to stay away from that source because it brings you fear. But it can also make your fear worse. Yep. Instead, try to face your fear safely. And I'm going to give you an example right here, guys. Let's say you have a fear of driving. Get back in your car and drive again right away. Don't hesitate. Don't put it off till next month. Get right back in the saddle or in this case, the car seat, and drive again. Stick close to home, of course, if that helps you at first to get started, and that way you'll be less fearful, you'll be at home, and you won't be avoiding it. Now, the second thing I can help you with fear is distract yourself from your fear. Sometimes fear can become so overwhelming, it's even hard to think about anything else. So, when these thoughts play over and over, that's where your emotional journal comes into play. Write it. Because you don't want it to have a negative impact on your emotional state, your mental health, so you want to write it down. And that way you can also write a scenario of what's causing the fear and the scenario of how to alleviate that fear. Because fear can make you feel worse in anything you are doing or feeling. It definitely will make you feel worse. And if you find yourself fixated on your worry or your source of stress, journal it. This is very distracting. You're journaling your emotions, so therefore you're distracting yourself around the initial fear, what caused it, and what you can do to make it better. And that, I'll tell you guys, emotional journaling is one of the best things I've ever done. And then you can also have an audio book, have a podcast, cook with a new recipe. Find a new recipe that you want to try and get in that kitchen and cook away. Whether you're a good cook or not, that does not matter. You get in that kitchen and you try, and you will find the distraction not only alleviating your fear, and then when you take the time to journal it, you will be more focused and be able to journal everything that happened in your emotional journal to look back on and benefit your mental health. All right, I'm going to take a drink, guys. Hold on. Woo! It gets thirsty talking and talking and talking. Consider the fear logically. You ever notice, and I myself have done this, sometimes when we're feeling a certain kind of way or emotion, we're not very logical about it. We can think illogical. And that's just part of human nature. So take a moment to think about it. Think about your fear. Think about what's causing your fear. Is there anything you can do about that fear? Can it actually harm you? If it can't harm you, what's the worst that can happen then? If it doesn't harm you, what's the worst that can happen? So write down what you would do in that scenario. Knowing how you would deal with your fear can help you feel less afraid. How awesome is that? And that's kind of what I just said a few sentences ago. So write it down. Write your scenario. Write your outcome. And pretty soon you will find that when you do feel fear, you are able to express it in a positive way and to be able to keep the happiness on top of that and good mental health. Some people consider working with a therapist. Sometimes a therapist can help you navigate through your mental health issues around fear or panic attacks or phobias, anxiety, any of that. Do not be discouraged. They are there for that. Do not be discouraged. All right, guys, we are going to move on to number 4. And then we are going back to our emotional painting. We want to see how it turns out by the end of our hour. Does anyone have any questions? And see that little heart down there on the right? Click it for me, guys. I would sure appreciate it. It's right down there with the 100 and the smiley. Click whatever you want down there. It doesn't matter. But click that heart for me. I'd sure appreciate it. Let me know you love what I'm doing and helping y'all with your emotional journaling. All right. I'll keep looking for any questions. If you have a question, please put it in the comments and I'll do my best to answer it. Number 4. Ooh, we just talked about that in my emotional painting. Anger. Anger. Ugh, I don't like anger, but we all feel it, don't we? Anger usually happens when you experience some type of injustice or threatened, trapped, or you are unable to defend yourself. Anger. Anger is not, it's a needed emotion, but it's not a very good, positive emotion. So we have to learn that it is a normal emotion. And it also can help you in certain situations that have potential to become toxic. So keep that in mind. So how to talk about anger. Words you might use when you feel angry are, I'm annoyed, I'm so frustrated, I'm peeved, on the contrary. On the contrary. Because it does help to keep it in a positive way and still express your anger without, screaming and hollering and coming out at somebody. Also, bitter, infuriated, irritated, I'm just plain mad, cheated, I feel cheated, vengeful, insulted, I feel you were vengeful against me. A positive way to express anger. And there are many, many ways to deal with anger, guys. And one of them is your emotional journal. Express your anger in writing or through pictures in your emo journal so you can look back on it and find a positive way to deal with it. Especially if it can cause problems not only for you but those around you. The next time you find yourself in a huff, try these tips for managing your anger productively. Write it in your journal. Make sure, or do picture journal. However you want to put it in your journal, that's up to you. It's your journal. Take a break. When you're feeling frustrated, put some distance between you and the upsetting situation. Because it could help you with putting out the angry outbursts and keeping a strong mental health. Try taking a walk, listening to a calming song. And then take a few minutes to consider what is causing so much anger in me. Does the situation have another perspective? Oh yes, looking for that other perspective. We all do not see the same situation the same. We all see it differently. Can you do anything to make it better? Now, number 2. Here's one that I really like. Express your anger constructively. You might avoid talking about your anger to help prevent conflict. No, don't avoid it. Keep it positive. Because internalizing can seem like a safe strategy. But then that anger just sits down there and festers and rolls around. And all of a sudden, you end up holding a grudge. It can affect your relationship with others. Not even the person or situation that caused your anger. But they will suffer the outcome of the festering. And it does not help your emotional well-being. Instead, take the time to cool off. Express your feelings in your emotional journal, whether by words or pictures, calmly and respectively. And then journal the situation and how to make it better. How awesome would that be? And you can take your time with it. You don't have to just run into the journal room. I got a journal. No, take your walk. Think about how you would journal. And distract your anger emotions. And you will see by distraction and going for the walk or doing something else and thinking about how you will lay it out in your journal is a distraction from your anger. And how awesome would that be? All right, and I think we have one more here, guys. No, 2 more, but we're going to go ahead and do this one. Focus on finding a solution. Find a solution. Anger is often difficult to deal with because why? It makes you feel helpless. Why do I feel so helpless? And nobody wants to feel help. So let's work to solve the problem that's causing the anger that can help relieve the frustration. Now, you're not going to be able to fix every situation. You can't make it better, or you can't change someone's mind. You can't make someone like you that don't. So, what you do is improve it by writing it down in your emotional journal, moving on. If you can't change it, you express it and you move on. And then ask other people that might be, now you don't involve other people, but if there is a situation where there are other people involved in it, ask them what they think. Work together. You can also try asking your loved ones for some input. Your loved one. Sometimes you got to be careful putting things out there because that is how gossip starts. And then pretty soon it's like the telephone game. You said this and then she told her and then she told him, and pretty soon it's so big of a story that it's way out of proportion. So keep that in mind. Share it with a loved one or a trusted person, because different perspectives can help you consider solutions. That's true. You can. So keep in mind, everyone gets angry. Everyone. But if you feel like you have anger issues, you can also contact a therapist to help you develop effective tools for dealing with these emotions. But that is few. So if you find yourself being angry, journal it, put it down in your emotional journal by pictures or words, and you will find your way out of the angry situation just fine. And finding that your mental health is improving every day of your journaling. Alright guys, we are going to move up on number 5, but first I'm going to bring back our emotional painting. We are emo painting today, so we're going to bring that back out here and paint some more beautiful colors. So bring my book back down. Oh, it's looking so pretty already. Look at that, how beautiful. Emotional painting, it's so good for you. And who doesn't like to paint? Come on, who doesn't like to paint? Ouch. Love you, honey. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Alright, let's get the paints back out. Alright, let's get these. Wow, Paula says, wow. You like that, huh, Paula? Isn't that pretty, though? I mean, it tells a picture. Even though it's painting, it tells a picture. And so that is really awesome. Alright, let's see. Now I have another brush here that I wanted to use for this in the second leg of our emotional painting. And so we talked about caution, happiness. I have a little bit of anger in there, and purple, which is my surrounding friends. And then we have fear. So I wanted to use a different brush for this, and I am going to use the color brown. And I hope it works. I didn't know if it would work because I like to do things with you guys. I don't want to test it ahead of time. I want to see if I can do it with you. And that brush is not going to work. I was so hoping I loved that brush. Alright, so we know now it won't work. So let me get my other trusty little brush in my color brown. And we were just talking about being able to help with our fear and anger. And so I am using the color brown to loop it because it can be fixed. And I am going to bring this into the picture. There is no right or wrong way to paint, journal paint, guys. There is no wrong way. You will know what the painting means at the end of the day. And that's what matters. If it looks like an abstract, it looks like an abstract. But you know what this emotional painting is and be able to look at it, reflect upon it. How awesome is that? And you know what it is. So we're talking about being able to write about it, fix it, and so I am going, let me get rid of that. I'm going to use the color pink right in the middle of my looping, because emotional journaling or emotional painting will alleviate anger, stress, fear, and you know what it means. And something beautiful you can look at all the time, and only you know what it means. You can share it with others if they ask, what's that painting up there? You can tell them that's your emotional journal painting. Oh, what does it represent? You can tell them what it represents and how it has the different emotions and why. Keep that in mind, guys. You don't have to not share it with others. So definitely, if they ask about it, share it. And that's what it's for. So I'm using pink because it can be taken care of. Isn't that gorgeous? So then we have the frustration, the loop and stuff on fear and anger, and then it's able to be fixed, so I added pink. And then you have friends and family in your life that do support you. Yes, right, Paula, yes. So, I want the color green, a neon green, to represent my friends and family that I can ask for input, that will support me. So I definitely want to use green for that. So I am going to go ahead and put the green over here in my painting. And I might make it darker green in some areas and lighter green in others. But I definitely want the color green in my painting. I must say, this is looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. I definitely want some darker green here. Nice. Now I kind of want some lines over here. I don't want to wipe it in. I want the dots in there. I want it so it's like a little bit raised right here. And I want to keep it raised. So I'm going to go over it lightly so I don't unraise it. There we go. And I know the greens represent my friends and family that support me. There we go. How about if we tap it? Maybe tap it lightly. There we go. Tapping it lightly. Alright, let's let that dry, guys. And we are going to do the first of my emotional journal. How fun! Yes, we are doing the first page of my emotional journal. So we're going to put the paints away. And please let me know. Oh, thank you, Paula. Please let me know what you think on my emotional painting. Yes, you can emotional paint. It's not finished by any means, but it is getting there, and you will see it at the end. It is only just begun. All right, let's get ready for turn my page so we can do one page of my journal. Here we go. And let me get my handy little glue out here. And maybe my scissors if I need them. Alright, we'll put this over here. We'll put the little tables over here. We'll put one on that side for right now. And one over here. Now, I was talking about how I was feeling some kind of way today about things going on in the world, things that are bothering me, and of course, things in my life like getting sick. And so I decided to use the moon above on my pages, and so let's get that up for right now. The moon is up in the sky watching over us. The moon does affect the ocean, animals, even people, they say. I don't know how true that is, but y'all never know. Let's bring this up a little bit so y'all can see it. Yeah, I'm going to bring it up. Come on, get up there. There we go. We want to be able to see it. There, how's that? See it better? Yeah. Okay. Okay, we are going to put this on this page. Isn't that gorgeous? And that's how I feel. Talking about things going on in the world and not feeling good, getting sick, things happening, how you want to treat others, help others. It all plays a part in my emotional journal. And not only does it help me with my mental health, it also is helping me to help others. And that's a big plus. So, I'm using this to represent writing a letter to y'all through my journal to let you know I care and that I'm here to help you, etc. So I put that in there. Now, I'm using my faceless dolls. See here, I'm using the faceless dolls because it's representing all my emotions about what's going on, feeling not so good this weekend, dealing with some things. So I'd rather put the faceless rather than myself, a coat and shopping bags and all that. So I am going to put her right here. And then I always say to you guys, believe in yourself. Believe in what you're doing. And I am definitely going to put that up here on top of my journal. Believe. And then I chose this cute little journal book because we are emotional journaling. Can you see that? We are emotional journaling, and also that you can paint your emotions. So I just thought this cute little journal book would look adorable in my emotional journal. So I'm going to go ahead and place that right there. And then I picked these words. Be real. Be yourself. Be unique. Be true. Be honest. Be humble. And be happy. And that sure fits the situation. I love this. So I am definitely putting this in my emotional journal. If we follow these words, guys, and mean them and stuff, you will find not only your mental health happier, but your life will be happier. So I am going to put that right there. And then I chose this key with wings on it because we are responsible for our own happiness. So it's up to us to do what we need to do, not only for our physical well-being, but our mental well-being. So I decided to put the flying key in there to represent helping yourself with your own happiness and well-being. And of course, lighting the candle to friendships, helping others. Can you guys see that? Lighting the candle to friendship, helping others, and being there for others. I thought that was a good representation of feeling. So I am definitely putting this in my journal page. And there is our first journal page. How awesome! Let me know what you think in the comments. I say it's looking... Thank you. Thank you. All right. Now, guys, we are going to go over number 5 real quick because we're going to finish my other page so my journal is all together. So, let's talk about number 5, disgust. You typically experience disgust when it's a reaction to an unpleasant or unwanted situation. Smell. I mean, you smell something, you're, oh, that's disgusting. So that is feeling disgust. And then it is something you want to avoid. Nobody goes around wanting to smell something disgusting. So how to talk about it? Here's some words that might help you. Dislike, revulsion, loathing, disapproving, offended, horrified, uncomfortable, nauseated, disturbed, withdrawn, or aversion. Those are some words to help you in your journaling for feeling disgusted. If you're disgusted with a situation or a person, write it in your emotional journal. Write it down. Write an outcome. Talk to a trusted person about your emotions. Get some offered input. And one of those things is practicing compassion. Practice compassion. Some people are born with strong compassion, others with small compassion. So practice your compassion. It is common to feel uncomfortable when facing things you fear or you don't understand. So many people, really many people, do not like being around sick people. They just don't. Makes them uncomfortable. So you feel disturbed when you think about sick people? Try spending time with someone who is unwell. Spend time with them. Talk to them. Offer them help. Help yourself practice compassion. Focus on the behavior, not the person. Not the person. So if someone is doing something you don't like or acts a certain way, focus on the behavior, not the person that offends you or disgusts you. Because you don't want to react by withdrawing, pushing them away, getting angry. Try talking to that person. For example, your grandpa coughs constantly, loudly. Pointed comments about the smell of his tobacco. Well, instead, tell him that his tobacco smoke bothers you. It makes you feel sick, and you're concerned for his health. How awesome is that? And that's focusing on the behavior, not the person. Expose yourself slowly. Because there are some things that may turn your stomach no matter what. Maybe you can't stand some type of creepy crawly creature. But you wish you could do gardening. You love gardening. But you don't want to be around them creepy crawlies. So what do? Try getting on your hands and knees and digging in that dirt. And garden and plant a flower. You'd be surprised at how you feel. Alright, let's go back to my journal. Alright, the other page. And I went ahead and picked this. A girl in the moon. And here's the moon that watches over us. And the girl represents myself and the world, looking down on the world and how the things that are going on. So this page represents that. And I am going to go ahead and put it on my second page of my journal. How awesome is that? And then, as this one represented the letter to you, this one represents writing to myself about my feelings and how to change the situation. How awesome is that, guys? So I am writing this letter to myself. And there we go. And again, I chose another faceless girl because I'm not shopping or eating or cooking or happy, sad. It's a bunch of emotions. So I am going to put her to represent that. And then I do cherish my life, my friends. I cherish doing my videos for you guys. So of course we have believe and we have cherish. Cherish what you have in your life, guys. It doesn't last forever. And life is so short that you want to cherish every day. And this is just everything we talked about just now. If you change nothing, nothing will change. So try emotional journaling and try writing it down and figuring it out, and you will see a big change in your life. So, if you change nothing, nothing will change. How awesome is that? And then I use this other little journal here so I can put emo journal on it, because that's what we're doing, emotional journaling. So I am going to put this here on my page. I want it right here in the middle. Tuck it up under that one. Get under there, come on. There we go. Emo journal. And then I also got this little guy to represent finding our way through emotional journal. It's kind of what Dr. Watson uses, or a detective. We are searching. So I thought this was a good thing to put. And I'm going to put it right up here by this. That's searching for a way through emotional journaling. How awesome is that, guys? Now I'm doing something different today. I am going to try a beautiful wax seal. I got my wax seals, and I am going to do it with you guys today. And I want to put the wax seal right down here. And I want you guys to be a part of that. So I'm going to have to lay my book down. I'll bring this down and lay it down so that I can keep it up here where you guys will see it. And we are going to put the seal right here. But before that, I got to go get my lighter. I forgot my lighter. So enjoy the music till I come back. But we also are going to do our feelings today. So decide which one you want to pick. Happy, thankful, angry, anxious, lonely, or sad. And so we will be reading that. And then we are going to put the wax on. So enjoy the music till I get back. Tell your friends. Well, I'm gone to get the lighter. Tell your friends to come on and watch. And to be happy in emotional journaling.
All I can do now is drink, yeah. 'Cause I don't.
Be right back, lovies.
Hey, I hope you're doing well. I know it's been a while, but you're still in my head. I wonder if you think about me now and then, like I do right now about you. I wish it didn't have to end, but life is what it is, and I will try to mend. I'm kinda hoping that you feel the same as I do right now, right now. Tell me now, 'cause I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I just wanna be right next to you. Even though I try to get you off my mind, you know that I'm thinking about you all the time. Like when we were driving in our car, looking at the stars, made us stop at every bar we found. I can see us like a movie in my head. I only wish I didn't have to watch the end. I try to focus on a different part, like when you play guitar, always singing me that song from Friends. Is this how it's supposed to be? 'Cause breaking up with you has got the best of me. I just wanna live inside my memories, so I'll be with you, with you. I used to wake up with you by my side, and I would hold you close, look into your eyes. I used to wake up with you by my side, and I would hold you close, close. Tell me now, 'cause I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I just wanna be right next to you.
Okay, I had trouble finding the lighter. Sorry about that, guys. I had to find something to light my tea light. Whew. You know, a good thing, this is how emotional journaling is helping me, guys. Well, I'm searching for a lighter, can't find one. Instead of getting overexcited and oh my gosh, I gotta get back, no. I was calm, going place to place, looking for the lighter. I knew y'all had some music to listen to, so I was really calm. How awesome is that? And that is part of what emotional journaling does. Oh, I did forget. I'll put this on later. I did forget this. The big feels. That's what we talked about today. I do want to put that on there, so I'll do that. Now, I have some colors here, everyone. Beautiful colors. Beautiful. We have yellow, green, blue, white. I think yellow would suffice for this. Don't you guys think so? Yellow. Let me get my little tweezers out. I do think yellow would work. It would stand out and be so pretty. Pretty, pretty. So we're going to go with yellow. Let me light my tea light. Can you guys see it? Let me move this over just a hair so y'all can see. Can you see that? Is that in there? Yeah, it's in there. Can y'all see that? We're going to melt my wax, and I got to light my little candle. Let me get this. It shouldn't take long at all to melt this piece of wax. I'll tell you that. There we go. And now we're going to melt it. How awesome! And I picked, the seal I picked was the Tree of Life for all of us. The Tree of Life and the beautiful ways of helping each other. My journaling might not be like someone else's journaling. How I am teaching will not be someone else's teaching. But that is what gives us adversity. That's what gives us choices. Can you imagine if everyone journaled the same way? How boring that would become. You'd be like, wait a minute. You know, I just saw that in the last video. Oh, I saw that in the last video. So here we are, all journaling the same. How would that bring enjoyment? Think about the enjoyment from the difference of people and the way they teach or the way they journal or the way they do their videos. Choices, choices, choices. And that's what counts. All right, well, so we're waiting for the wax to melt here. And we are putting the Tree of Life on this journal page to seal everything we talked about. And don't forget about the emotional painting. We will continue to work on that. It is by far not finished, but it soon will be. So I'm going to put that back there. And you can do emotional journaling, emotional painting, whatever makes you feel fine. That's what you want to do, and it will help your mental health greatly. And I'll tell you, I love today's journal book. It turned out, has powerful meanings in it. It turned out beautiful. Our wax is almost done here, guys. Almost done. Melt away, melt away. Almost melted. It's awesome. I love being able to, I watch some other journal channels, which I love, by the way. And when they make their wax seal, I just love it. And I thought, I need to start sealing my emotional journal pages that really mean something to me. And today's does. It's very powerful what I said in my journal pages today about our emotions and the big feels that we talked about today. Keep in mind, guys, please don't shove your emotions down deep and let them fester. Find a beautiful, constructive way to bring your emotions out where it's not hurting anyone and you're able to express yourself. How awesome would that be? Okay, we are ready. Blow out the candle. And we are going to make sure my tree is upside right. And maybe we weren't quite ready. Come on. Nah, we weren't quite ready. Let me try to get this in there again. We just weren't quite ready. I got ahead of myself, guys. We got to make sure that it's really done before. It does take a little while, so we'll make sure it gets done here. Keep it right there. Can you guys see that? Wasn't quite hot enough yet, so we'll just let that go for now and see what it does. I'm going to take a drink. We're going to talk about these mini journals. Look at these mini journals. How awesome. You can carry them in your purse. You can carry them in your pocket. Put it on your phone. Any way you want to carry it. And you can also journal in it. I will take off this band and show you. You can do a picture journal like I did on my miniature journaling. Or you can write in it however you so choose to do your journal. Check that out. And it has a lot of pages in there. Look at that. Lots of pages to write in, journal in. And I will be watching the comments, watching the likes, and I will be choosing 2 people to get, I shouldn't say 2, I should say several people to get some miniature journals for their very own. And that is why you are seeing these journals in here on the tables now. And so that is going to be part of. Sometimes I sit down. Yeah, see, that helps too. Do me a favor, everyone. Hit that heart on the right-hand side for me. I would appreciate it. Hit that heart. And if you are visiting my channel and want to see more of our emotional journaling, hit that subscribe button right down there on the right. And do me a favor, give me a big like. It takes 2 seconds. Just run, hit the like button, and come back in. We're going to seal the emotional journal for today. I really love how we did it today. So I'm getting my wax ready. It wasn't quite hot enough before, so let's hope it is now. I'm going to keep the fire lit this time just in case. I am going to keep the fire lit just in case. There we go. Now we got it. And I only used one thing because I don't want a great big seal. I just want a little seal. There we go, the tree of life. And I will bring that back up for you guys to see. And there is our tiny tree of life right here, sealed with love and helping others to journal their emotions. Be real, be yourself, be unique, be true, be honest, be humble, and be happy. And this is also something I wanted to put in here, guys, and I forgot about it. We did the big feels today, the big emotion feels, so I did want this on my journal page. So I'm going to put it right above. I'm going to cut it. And then I'm going to put it right above my wax seal. Because that is what we talked about today. So I am going to fit it right here. The big feels. There we go. And that will remind me in the future that this was sealed with wax because it was really close to my heart in teaching how to emotional journal as well as emotional painting. And it is not done, so wait till it's done, guys. You are going to love it, trust me. Okay, let's move this back. Now, we have our feeling coder today, and this brings faith and love into it. Read me when you're happy, thankful, angry, anxious, lonely, or sad. And does anyone care to pick one today in the comments? If you want to pick one, go ahead and put one of those in the comments. Happy, thankful, angry, anxious, lonely, or sad. And we will read it before we close out today. Hello, Queen Bee. Ashley, how you doing, baby girl? How ya doing? And I believe, did somebody pick last week, or is it my turn? I think y'all picked last week, didn't ya? I'm hanging in there. I got sick over the weekend, but I'm good. Anxious. Yeah, let's do anxious, because that's a good thing to feel. So anxious is a dark blue. So let's go to anxious. All right, let's pick one of these and see what it says today. Anxious. Turn it upside right. Now my heart is extremely sad. The days of hardship have taken hold of me. How awesome does that fit in today's journal, guys? With the big feels. Oh my goodness, now my heart is extremely sad. The days of hardship have taken hold. And what do we do when hardship takes hold of us? We journal our emotions. And then we journal how to fix it. How awesome does that fit with our emo journaling today? Oh my gosh, that was so fun. And I do want to tell you guys about our LOL mini house we've been working on. On Thursdays, I found some fantastic stuff at Giving Tree. That video will be going up very soon at the Giving Tree. You are going to love it. And a lot of awesome stuff. So don't miss out on our mini house build on Thursday at 1:30. It's going to be fun. And I want to thank you all for being here, being a part of my emo journaling and learning your lessons in there and fun with journal painting. And this is not finished. Remember that it is not finished. We will be finishing that. Until then, guys, you have a wonderful, wonderful evening. OMG, my 3 youngest kids love that. Oh boy, if they watch with you on Thursday, oh, wait till you see what I have for our LOL mini house. You're going to love it, girl, and they will too. It's going to be epic. I'm not kidding. Lots and lots of stuff for our LOL dolls and their mini house. So until then, I will see you on Thursday, guys, and I will be posting that Giving Tree real soon. Have a wonderful day.